Hi and welcome to the Brabazon Golf Course here at the Belfry. My name is Chris Ryan, and in this video we're going to address the lower body sway in the backswing, and we've got a really simple concept and a drill that you can do which is going to help you hopefully fix this. In the corner of the screen you should also have the details for my social media, so that's Facebook, that's Twitter and that's Instagram, so if you don't already then please go ahead and follow me on those. So we are talking in this video about those golfers who, when they make their backswing, have a lateral movement with the lower body away from the target. So we would call this kind of a lower body sway, if you like. And what it does, it starts to get the sort of hips and the pelvis too far to the right. We start to shift the pressure too much to the outside of the foot. We often see that at the top of the swing with a poor upper body position. And generally from there, it's probably not the best way to create speed. It's certainly not the best way to sort of strike the golf ball, and we often get issues in the downswing as a result. So it's certainly something that we'd like to address. So if I take my setup to this golf ball, you will hopefully see that I've set an alignment stick in the ground, and I've positioned it so that when I take my normal address, it's about 1 inch to 2 inches away from sort of the top of my right thigh, so near my pocket. Now, what I would like you to think about here is the tailbone. So that's the sort of right at the back, at the top of your hips, and also your right hip. And what I would like you to do, and I would suggest doing this initially without a golf club as setup, so take the golf club across your shoulders, and I want you to feel that your right hip and your tailbone both move towards the target in your backswing. So target being down this way. So if I do the two bad ones, so this would be a lower body sway, and you can see straight away that my right hip has moved away from the target, and I've definitely made contact with this alignment stick. What I would like you to feel is almost that the first thing you do is you take your right hip and your tailbone and you move those towards the target. So what you can see here from that camera angle is I've actually created a slightly larger gap between the alignment stick and my top of my thigh. So let me just do that again for you. So you can see how my tailbone and my right hip move slightly towards the target. Now note, my head has not moved towards the target. We certainly don't want golfers out there doing this where I load pressure into my lead side. I've definitely created that correct look in my lower body, but I still want to feel like I'm making a centered turn in my upper body. Now, in the drill, doing it that way with the club across your shoulders, I wouldn't mind if you created a nice big gap between the alignment stick and your right thigh, just to create the right feeling. In reality, what we would like, I wouldn't mind if that gap stayed the same. I would actually like you to try and create a motion where that gap slightly increases, but not extremely. Okay, I don't want your lead hip going towards the target, but I certainly wouldn't want those hips sliding away from the target. So for me, this would be great if you could do this in front of a reflection or a mirror, because that's going to give you some real good feedback. But what we're really trying to do here is understand the relationship between the hips and the upper body, and how that relates to what we're trying to do in the backswing. Certainly if you're a golfer who suffers from this sway, this is going to be some different ideas and some different feelings for you. So let me just show you that with the golf club setup. I'm going to take my setup, I'm going to feel that my right hip and my tailbone move towards the target as I make a backswing, but hopefully you can see that my head has stayed nice and centered. What this is going to do is it means that as I start down, I'm going to be able to maintain a little bit of that side bend to the right, which I would like. It's going to allow me to get a good angle in my pelvis, and that's really, really key if we're to deliver the club with the right kind of path and the right kind of angles, if that makes sense. So this is definitely going to be a good drill for you if you feel like you sway, and if you do sway, you'll often find that you struggle to get the right delivery. You'll often find that you've got sort of upper body leaning towards the target halfway down, and then you're going to try and back out the shot. So as I said at the start, it's certainly something that we would like you to try and work on if you feel that you do suffer from this. So once you've done a couple with the drill, you can then go and hit a couple. So I'm just going to take my starting position. I've only got a mid iron here, and I'm going to try and do exactly what we just did in the drill, but actually with the ball and hit it. So I'm going to do one rehearsal first. So there's my little check. So one rehearsal, make that hip feel like it goes towards the target, check it, and go ahead and hit it. Okay, that certainly felt like a pretty good strike. It's gone down the middle of the fairway, and that's going to help you if you struggle with that sway. Such a simple drill, you just need an alignment stick. Ideally start off with some sort of reflectional mirror so you can see what you're doing, but if you can do that, it's definitely going to create some good feels for you. It's definitely going to get you into a position in your body which is more conducive to good golf shots. So thank you very much for watching. Any comments, you can post those in the boxes down below. There's a like button down there, so if you did like the video, please click on that. Also, it really does help me. And last thing, if you haven't done already, then please subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free. Loads more videos on there, loads more being uploaded weekly. There is a link in the description box down below, so click on that and you can subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.